Took you long enough to get here, didn't it?
Take your partners for a foxtrot, please.
Well, I can't see anyone I know. My own fault. I should have brought a girl with me. Not much point in that, though. That's why I came here. To meet someone. Meet someone, that's funny. I could no more go up to a girl and start talking to her than fly to the moon. I don't know why it's inbred. It's something I've been taught. Everything would be so much simpler if you could go up to a girl that looks right and say, "Hello, darling, shall we try and fall in love?" Instead of that, what happens? 20 beautiful girls a day pass me in the street and I can do nothing about it. I just have to let them go by because of all this rigmarole of having to shake hands and be given introductions and being a friend of a friend, and I don't know any other way. The girl I usually end up having an affair with isn't half as good as the 20 I pass in the street, but it happened that way because I was introduced at a cocktail party. The girl of my dreams should be standing by my side now. Instead of that, where is she? She's kissing some fellow she's been introduced to. She doesn't want to. She'd prefer to be kissing me. The whole course of history would have been changed if men and women were allowed to fall in love with their chosen partner. Supposing Josephine had followed her true desires, she wouldn't have gone within a mile of Napoleon. And it would have done him a bit of good, too. He wouldn't have been so worn out for a start. Then he wouldn't have retreated from Moscow. The Tsarists would have had it all their own way, and Khrushchev wouldn't have been the man he is today. It's not good enough. I'm reaching the dangerous time in a man's life when he's got to think in terms more of a mate, of a home builder, a bearer of children, a friend for life. I've no time for gallivanting about with all the flighty bits. Not as much time as usual, anyway. I must be able to choose someone I like. I can't be cut down by social taboos and horrid complexes. My image of beauty and kindness and love must be approachable. Wordless love affairs on a bus are no good to me. I've got to...
He's noticed me. I mustn't look anymore. If I look at him too much, he'll think I'm egging him on. Anyway, I'm quite safe. He wouldn't dream of coming up and talking to me. We haven't been introduced.
She's beautiful. You see? That's what I mean. I can't do anything about it. What excuse is there? Yet I can't let this chance go by. This is fate, kismet. It can't be ignored.
He's staring at me. I can feel his eyes on me. I shall pretend not to notice. There's lots of nice young men I've had to do that to.
What can I say? What can I say? Think of something, Mr. Slade. What do all the fast boys say in a case like this?
He's coming up to me. Stop your heart beating, you silly girl. Act naturally.
There's no turning back now. I'm here. This is the moment I dread. I'm going to give myself away, whatever I say. She's lovely. Is that the best thing to say?
I mustn't speak to strangers. It's up to him.
We can't stand like this all day. Darling, you're beautiful. I want to love you. No, I can't say that.
If I stand here any longer, he'll think I'm common.
You're my soulmate. I want to seize you and keep you. That sounds perfectly ridiculous.
I think I better go.
Do I have to say words? They're meaningless. Why can't I just make a sound? A sound that expresses how I feel. A sound like Harmonsville. If I say Harmonsville to her, she'll probably run a mile.
If he says Harmonsville to me, I shall pretend I don't understand.
How do we know if this is the one? Does a bell ring? Can we be sure?
None were...
Well, this is it. I'm going to speak to her. I don't know her, but I'm going to say something. All you fellas like me who've had wordless love affairs with girls in trains, just watch and keep your fingers crossed. Do you come here often?
Not much. This place has gone down a bit, don't you think?
You with anybody?
Yes, I'm with my friend.
Oh? Which one? Oh.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we'd better get off the floor.
Clear the floor
Yeah.
for the Lancers.
I think my friend wants me. Excuse me.
Oh, stay, oh sweet, and do not leave. Let love its wordless magic weave. My foolish talk reprieve, nor ever let it uncement the love which is our true intent. Oh, stay, or else our love will die in its very infancy.
Who's your friend?
I don't know, I think he sings in the band. Funny thing, I thought first of all he liked me. Obviously couldn't care less from the way he spoke to me.
Here lies my love. You get nowhere if you don't talk to them, and yet you get the brush off if you do. At this rate, it'll take me years finding the right girl. It'll have to be the cocktail party routine again, I can see that. I don't think this love at first sight business has any truth in it anyway. Supposing you could put it to the test. Hello. Eyes front everywhere. Now this is a love at first sight test. Candidates will be allowed one look at me, one short, sharp look, no lingering looks or looking me up and down. Right? If you should fall in love with me, you must take one step forward. Squad! Shoulder ups! Lucky I carry a spare. Well, it only goes to prove the old saw that a bird in the hand is another man's poison. Personally, I think most people marry the first one that happens to be around. The fella always marries the girl next door because everybody thinks that's nice. They don't ask him. Well, I'm going to ask him. Excuse me, sir. Are you sure that you've chosen the right mate?
You're trying to be funny or something?
No, not at all. What is your name?
Frank.
Frank. No, not at all, Frank. You see, I was just thinking just now, we always seem to get stuck with the girl next door instead of being able to pick the woman we really want. And I just wondered if this was so in your case.
Shall I call a policeman, Frank?
Just a minute. Now, mate, what's your game?
No game at all, Frank. All I wanted to know is, have you married the right woman?
Well, it's a bit late to start thinking about that, isn't it?
No, not at all. You're still a young man. If you've made a mistake, stop now, Frank. Go out and find the right woman for you.
Shall I call a policeman, Frank?
Do you like policemen or something? I'm just thinking about what this fella says. Maybe I did make a mistake. I married you because you were handy, so to speak. I always fancied Daphne Robinson. Or that little Greek girl at the Jellied Eels Cafe. That small, dark piece.
That's what I mean, Frank. You see, you didn't give yourself a chance. Now, look, stop now before you go any further. Go out, Frank, and don't get married again until you find the right woman.
I think I will.
Fine.
Now I am going to call a policeman.
I'll go off, and I'll find the one I should have married in the first place.
Fine. Good luck, Frank.
Frank, come back here. Frank! He's not the only one. There's plenty more where he came from.
That's the spirit. He was just the fella next door. Now, why don't you go out into the world and find Mr. Right?
I think I might. He was rather nice, too.
Who was?
Mr. Wright. He lived next door on the other side.
I don't wish to know that. Kindly leave the road.
I'll show him he's not the only pebble on the beach.
You see, so many people are born in a trap, and they don't seem to have the courage to want to get out. And it's so simple, really. So simple. Well, that's one way of doing it. Of course, it can be a little dodgy, of course. Supposing the girl objects.
Henry! Oh, Henry!
What's the matter, darling? You look absolutely terrified.
A man out there stopped me in the street and kissed me.
A man? What man? Where? I'll find him. I'll phone the police. Steady, dear.
Calling car 21. Car 21. Proceed to the corner of Neverbeen Street.
understand what I'm trying to do. It's very difficult to explain.
There's a lot to be said for this cocktail routine.
Hey, mister,
Hello?
what's it like being grown up?
It's not worth it, believe me. You're better off where you are. If you feel anything growing, hold it back. You're better off where you are.
I can't stop myself growing. Everybody grows up.
You don't have to do something because everybody else does it, do you? You're better off in the pram.
Oh, all right. My dad shouldn't have kissed that girl like that.
No, you shouldn't. Aren't you a bit young to be thinking about things like that?
No, girls like that come up and kiss me all the time.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. You're better off in the pram. Now go to sleep. I've got troubles of my own.
Didn't Santa Claus leave you anything for Christmas then?
Santa Claus. There's no such thing as Santa Claus. You'll soon find that out when you grow up.
There is a Santa Claus.
There isn't a Santa Claus.
There is.
There is no such thing as Santa Claus. You'll be telling me next you believe in fairies.
I do believe in fairies.
There's no such thing as fairies.
No fairies? Who says so?
I said so.
What do you think I am, then?
But you're not a fairy. I mean, you don't even look like a fairy.
Don't look like a fairy. You've been reading too much Enid Blyton. You've got to live with the times, you know. I mean, look at this suit. 3-button. We've had Italian fairies over here.
Italian fairies? Well, if you're a real fairy, where's your wings?
We're part of the mothball fleet. We're in reserve, you see. That's why I'm here instead of the bottom of your garden.
Oh, I see. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? Have you found the right girl fairy for you?
Oh, I've been very lucky. I got cowslip, mustard seed, columbine.
Oh, I see. You don't have any special one.
What would I want a special fairy for?
Well, you know, when you... I mean, fairies are very pretty, aren't they?
Oh, they're lovely. They're much better than human women. I mean, they don't have to scrape the air off their legs, nor use underarm deodorants, nor nothing.
I'd love to meet one.
Oh, I think we can arrange for you to see them. All except Mustard Seed. She's dead idle. I mean, she only thinks about fairy cakes and pixies.
Don't your wings get in the way?
In the way of what?
Well, you know, when you, you know, when you make love.
What's that?
Well, it's what we humans do, you know. We take a girl in our arms, you see, and we squeeze her tight, and we put our lips together, you know.
Are you talking about cross-pollination?
Well, that may be the way you do it, but we have our own special way of doing it, you see.
Oh, well, if it's all the same to you, I think I prefer your way. It sounds much more interesting. Mustard Seed? Oh, well, I suppose I better get the dreary business over. Make your wish.
What wish?
Well, you always get a wish from a fairy, you know. Come on, hurry up. I've got a lot of fairies.
Oh, I thought it was 3 wishes.
Oh, no. We're tightening up all round. You know, you've got to cut down. Now, come on, hurry up. What's your wish?
All right, just give me a moment. Don't hurry me. Right, I've got it.
Good. Leg of toad, ear of bat, mixed with mandrake and stuff like that.
You might have made them live once. Hey, kids, I've got an idea. How would you like a mum? We'll go around and find the bits that you like. Go on, quick. Yeah, we've got our own do-it-yourself mum kit here. How about that, then?
But it's not a real one.
Yeah, well, I know that, love, but you see, it's only an old plaster thing, and we... Where did you get that? Did you pinch this one from that fairy? Aren't you ashamed of yourself, pinching things from fairies?
But you don't believe in fairies.
Belt up, we've just been through all that. Well, all right, we'll just have to say we borrowed it, but don't you forget, you've got to give it back when we finish with it, right? Now, you want a real mum. Now, you watch this. Close your eyes. Leg of toad, ear of bat, stereophonic needle and gear like that. Well, I think that proves that many a mickle makes a muckle.
Come on, then. Let's go and find Daddy.
And that the course of true Scransforths never did run barooning. And that no matter how many cooks may try and spoil the plenge, that all's well that ends well, burning the candle at both Scranini.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your partners for a quick step.
Dance, anyone? Oh, fine. Do you come here often? Nice floor, isn't it? It's a good band too, I think. You with anybody?